Ladies and gentlemen, the road to WrestleMania has begun. You know, I told everybody for weeks that this Royal Rumble this year was crucial. They didn't get last year right. We all saw it. It was a complete and utter failure. It was abysmal. And the year before that, the Royal Rumble was hindered because of the pandemic. We all saw that. So there's been two Royal Rumbles that have just been lackluster in booking, lackluster and sometimes talent, because injuries do happen. But definitely the booking was just not there, especially last year with all the screwy finishes and questionable booking decisions like, Sasha Banks and just the Women's Royal Rumble in general. The Men's Royal Rumble, obviously, Brock Lesnar last year winning it. I can proudly say, though, that this year, nailed it. Triple H did not disappoint. He nailed it. So this is going to be like a 5-part series. This will be the first video. In this video, I'm going to discuss the Men's Royal Rumble, which I honestly thought it had its moments. It was like, there were some moments where I was like, okay, when's the big hit? You know what I'm saying? Like, there were times where I was watching the match and it kind of just, it was kind of slow, but then it picked up. About halfway through, it really picked up. Gunther and Sheamus, phenomenal choices to start off the entire Royal Rumble, because obviously we saw last year the rivalry that they had, and the match of the year, basically a clash at the castle, which is amazing work by those two. They just showed us, because everybody's into the high-flying moves and the big spots and all this stuff that's going on these days. These guys took it back to the classics. Hard fighting, chops, brawling, just old school, in your face, really down and dirty with it. And they delivered a hell of a match. Hell of a match. I give that match 5 stars. Anyways, they start off this Rumble, and I was, immediately into it. I loved Seth Rollins' performance in this one. Seth Rollins is like, he's gold. Every situation you put him in, anytime, with anybody in the ring, whether it be Austin Theory. It was cool to see him and Sheamus go at it. Him and McIntyre, they had a story back in 2020. He just has a great in-ring chemistry with everybody. And that's why I love Seth Rollins as a performer. Just top notch. Let's see. Obviously, Gunther. That man lasted an hour and 5 minutes. Longest ever. He beat Ray's record. I don't really count Daniel Bryan's, because the greatest Royal Rumble, in my opinion, it just shouldn't have happened. It didn't make sense. Whatever. So I just go by the classic 30-man Royal Rumbles. I even count the 40 because it happened at a Royal Rumble pay-per-view. But an hour and 5 minutes. Imagine that. That man, again, he shows how big of a star he is. This is a dominant Intercontinental Champion. Like, one we've never seen before. Like, Roman Reigns didn't have this kind of run with the Intercontinental Championship. Dean Ambrose didn't do it. Seth Rollins didn't do it. Cody Rhodes didn't do it. I don't remember an Intercontinental Champion, at least in the last decade, where they were dominating this much. I can't recall it. And don't even throw the Miz at me, because, no. So, amazing performance by him. So, I acknowledge Gunther on that one. Massive addition to the Royal Rumble. Honestly, like, he was 25% of my attention. Seriously, I kept an eye on him the whole time. I loved what Triple H decided to do with Bobby Lashley and Brock Lesnar. Brock Lesnar comes in at number 12, which is a shocker, because that man's always coming in, typical, predictable, late 20s, 26, 28, what have you. I think the earliest he ever entered was like 23 or something like that. Anyways, he comes in at number 12, which is a shock to everybody, because this is the earliest he's ever entered, like I said. And he's just destroying everybody. He eliminated Santos Escobar, and I think Chad Gable as well. And then Bobby Lashley comes out straight away. Those two are going at it. He took out Brock Lesnar. Okay, Brock Lesnar lasted less than 3 minutes in this particular Royal Rumble. That's shocking. And this is what I'm talking about. This whole match had great booking. It eliminated superstars that you didn't expect to be eliminated in certain moments. Like when Sheamus and Drew McIntyre were thrown over. I didn't expect that. They were completely out. tossed both of them out. Bobby Lashley eliminated Brock Lesnar as soon as he got in, pretty much. Brock Lesnar lasted less than 3 minutes. Like, are you kidding me right now? They decided to keep Dominic in for about, 20 minutes. When Edge came out and faced Judgment Day, that was amazing. Took out Finn Balor, took out Damian Priest. Like, it made a lot of things unpredictable, and that's what I loved about this particular Royal Rumble match. It wasn't all classic Brock Lesnar throws out 10 guys. It wasn't the big guys coming in, at number 30, 29, 28, 22, whatever. Like, they booked it really well. There was a lot of shocking moments to me, but those that I named stood out to me the most. And then, obviously, this is probably the most predictable moment of the entire Rumble, I will say. When Cody Rhodes entered number 30. I mean, it kind of had to go down this way. Either you're going to put him at, number 1 and create the whole story of, okay, he just tore his pec 8 months ago, and now he's coming in at number 1. Imagine how much resilience and how much that builds that character for him to go coast to coast in his first match back. That would have been insane. Or they could have played the safe bet, enter him at number 30, to save the pec. You don't want him in there for too long on his first day back. He just sustained a new injury. Apparently, he busted both eardrums. I'm not sure how massive or how critical the damage is on his eardrums, but hopefully it's not too bad because, we need him. We were lucky that WWE was able to find different avenues to go down without Cody Rhodes being in the mix, but Cody Rhodes is the key for the next, year at least. Anyways, he comes in. They got rid of Logan Paul, thank God. Ricochet and Logan Paul, again, great respect to that spot, but I can't stand Logan Paul. He shouldn't have been there. I love when they kicked the crap out of him as soon as he came in. But to me, that was a waste of an entrant. I feel like 29 should have been something big. Granted, like, we were half expecting The Rock at some point in the event. It didn't happen, whatever. But to throw Logan Paul in there, it's like, really? Like, come on. I don't see what Triple H sees in this guy. Yes, he has in-ring ability like crazy, but his character, like, nobody in the United States liked him. The only time he got cheered, and I swear, go watch pay-per-views, go watch him back. He never gets that huge pop or the huge. All he gets is booed, and it's not even like good boos. It's not like Roman Reigns boos where like it's because of the storyline. They just generally don't like him. The only time he got cheered to the max was in Saudi Arabia when he was fighting Roman Reigns. For some reason, they liked him over there. But I swear, every pay-per-view that happens here in America, he gets booed, and that's not the good kind of boos. Nonetheless, Cody Rhodes and Gunther ended up being the last 2 men in the Royal Rumble. And they went at it for a good 10 minutes. I feel like that was one of the longest final 2s I've ever seen. It might have gone too long, but then again, I kind of feel like I'm happy the way that it ended because Gunther, it's like building 2 stars at the same time. Here's Gunther at number 1. Here's Cody Rhodes coming back from an injury. Career-threatening injury. Going at it for 10 minutes. Absolute magic. And when Cody Rhodes won, I just knew it. I'm so happy for Cody Rhodes. The man has had one hell of a journey. From when he first started in WWE to his time in Ring of Honor and New Japan Pro Wrestling to, of course, AEW. And now back to WWE, and he's having this incredible run, this rivalry with Seth Rollins. It's just, he's doing the work of his life right now, in my opinion. But it's like, I just know he's going to win at Mania. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm a big Roman Reigns fan, but I feel like the time's coming. I've been saying this the last, 4 weeks. Well, not the last 4 weeks. As soon as he was announced that he was going to be in the Royal Rumble, I'm like, I already know. I'm hoping The Rock comes back because if The Rock comes back, like I said, I've talked to you guys about this before. Roman could defend his WWE Championship night 1 maybe, and then go against The Rock for the Universal Championship and maybe control a bloodline, whatever, on night 2. So that's the only saving grace. If Cody Rhodes is the only guy that's going to fight Roman Reigns, and we're just going to have another match main event, whether it be Rhea Ripley versus Charlotte or Rhea Ripley versus Bianca Belair, which I'll get into that next video, then Roman is, out of luck as far as the booking goes. I don't see Cody losing this coming WrestleMania. But let me know what you guys think. Let me know what you guys thought of the men's Royal Rumble match. I thought it was fantastic. Please like, share, subscribe, comment. Love to hear you guys' thoughts, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Deuces.